Hi, Marissa.
So thank you for being here tonight. This is fantastic. Everyone at home, my name is Marissa Frank. I'm the fashion director for accessories and beauty here at Bloomingdale's. And thank you so much for joining us tonight for Beauty Breakdown. As you can see, we have the fabulous Ellen V Lora here with us tonight. And she will be doing an extra special tutorial for all of you at home using her favorite products from our Bloomingdale's beauty assortment. I want everyone at home to know, please, if you have any questions while Ellen's doing her look, feel free to drop us a note in the chat or send us a private Q&A. And when Ellen's finished, we will try to get to all of your burning questions. But without further ado, Ellen, thank you so much for being here tonight.
Thanks for having me. I'm so excited to be here. And thank you to everyone that's tuning in today. So today I'm going to be recreating my wedding makeup look, which I basically did at home with all my favorite little Bloomingdale's products here. So we're going to be demoing that today. And like Marissa said, if you have any questions on like products or techniques or anything like that, just make sure to pop it into the little chat. And then we're going to answer like a cute little Q&A at the end.
Let's get started.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so first things first. Whoop. Is you have to like prep your skin properly, and like skincare has been so important. And I'm starting off with this Kiehl's Powerful Strength Line Reducing Concentrate. And I really love this serum because it really smooths out like your wrinkles and like really plumps your skin. So I'm gonna apply this serum first. And then for your skincare products, you just wanna make sure that you're really applying it from thinnest to thickest. So I am starting with my serum. And then I'm going to move on to the Clarins Total Eye Lift. And your eye area is like a really delicate area, so to make sure you're using the right eye cream. And I always just make sure to use my ring finger because it is your most delicate finger. And this one is really good because it really helps to depuff your eyes. So I make sure to use this in the morning and the evening. I'm just gonna use my ring finger. And then kind of like just tap it all in just to get my blood flowing here and like really depuff the eyes. And then next we have this Lemare, Creme de la Mare, and I feel like this is the creme de la creme of lotions and really does live up to the hype. Like the cream is really, really thick. So it's really get hydrating, and I feel like this is really good for people that have more dry skin. I have more like oily prone skin, but I do love using it. And it also smells amazing. And then next, to lock everything in, I'm gonna use this Tata Harper Nutrient Face Oil. And like face oils have been like my new favorite thing. And basically what it does is basically lock in all your skincare. And it just has like a really nice, beautiful glow. I feel like skincare oils get like a weird rap about making your face oily, but it does not. So I'm just gonna drop it onto my face. You really don't need a lot. Make sure not to touch the dropper to your face, just so we're staying hygienic up in here, you know? Okay, so now that my skin is all prepped, we are gonna jump into makeup. And I am starting with this Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer. And primer is real important, especially on your wedding day, because you're gonna be taking photos literally all day long. You're gonna be kissing and etc. etc. So primer is really important. And I like this one because this one is really, really lightweight. I'm just gonna dab it and then apply it to my face. And this is, we're literally just on the prep here, but we're gonna get into the makeup right quick. Okay, now that my skin is all prepped, I'm going to use this YSL All Iris Foundation, and I love this foundation. I've been using this one for years because it's like a matte finish and it's super, super long wear, and I have more oily skin. I'm telling you, it's long wear and a little goes a long way. So I basically like to use this on the back of my hand. And like, honestly, I just dab it onto my face and then blend it in using a beauty blender. So I'm gonna try to do this pretty quick for y'all. And I really do love using a beauty blender because I feel like it really just gets the job done. It really keeps the product on, doesn't take too much product off, and just kind of blends pretty seamlessly and pretty easily. And then just some extra, there's some areas I just have like hyperpigmentation. So I'll just kind of go in and then just add a little bit more product to those areas. So that is the base of my face. That rhymed. Okay. Next to highlight, I'm gonna use this YSL Touche Clot pen. And this pen is cool because it's buildable coverage and this finish looks like your natural skin. So I really love that. It doesn't look like really makeup-y. And also it's cool because it's hyaluronic acid. So it actually helps like plump your skin. So I make sure to really get it on like my under eyes. And then anywhere that you do need to highlight. So it would be my under eyes and then just the bridge of my nose here. So I draw it like that. And again, I'm just gonna use a beauty blender to blend it in. And also on like the day of my wedding day, I did not leave enough time to do my makeup. So I kind of had to like rush it a little bit. And I'm telling you this, this worked. Okay, next I'm gonna show you guys this eyebrow trick that I do. So my eyebrows, my real eyebrows end like literally right here. So this is microbladed, meaning there's no hair. So I'm basically going to redraw my eyebrows right now. It's just kind of like an instant facelift. And I'm using this NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. And this one is literally so good. So basically I'm gonna go over to cover up any hyperpigmentation. It's like really, really high coverage. I'm just gonna apply it directly and just like watch my eyebrow disappear real quick. And then I'm also just gonna get these areas right here where I just do have a few blemishes. And on the morning of my wedding day, I got like a pimple and this really came in handy to cover it up. And then I'm gonna be using this MAC brush. Literally, there goes my bye-bye bow eyebrow. And I like this, I really love this brush because as you can see, it really, really keeps the makeup in place. I just need a tiny bit more for this brow though. Yeah, that's really what I don't know how many of you guys have microbladed brows, but you will feel me on this because you can block out your eyebrows and literally create new brows. So I'm really gonna talk to you guys with my brows like this right now because I'm going to go on with the rest of my face and then get to eyes later. And then to contour, I am using this Dior Mineralized Nude Bronze. And really a little goes a long way with this one. I'm using a flat brush like this. And I'm just gonna contour my face. And basically what I did with bronzer is kind of like take it up because that just gives the illusion of higher cheekbones. And we'll obviously just like blend it all in afterwards. You can always like already kind of see. And then where else I like to bronze too is right here, just to really contour my face. Oh, hi, Susie. Okay, and then I'm going to get my jawline too, just to make it look a lot more defined. I'm basically going to draw this bronzer right here. And then we're just gonna blend it in. Hi, Shay. Hi, Susie. Okay. Thank you guys for joining. Okay, so that is just like the basic contouring that I do. And then for my nose, I'm gonna just take a small brush like this and then use the same one. And I like using a powder bronzer for my face because my skin just tends to be more oily. Just based on your skin type, you can use like creamy if you have more dry skin, but I just prefer to use a powder. And then I'm basically gonna line my nose with this. I'm gonna start here. Okay, I need to focus, y'all. Oh, okay, and then take it from where my brow begins, and I'm just gonna take it down. And that line looks a little crooked, but we're gonna blend it in, so all good. So contour that, and then this is like a little trick I do. You basically draw a circle at the tip of your nose, and it kind of makes the point pop off. It's like subtle, right? And then we're basically going to blend this out. And then I also just love using my fingers too, because I feel like it's a good blender. Okay, I hope that looks good on your end, but this is my nose contour. And then we are going to jump into bronzer. I'm sorry, not bronzer, highlighter. And we're using this Bobbi Brown highlighter. And I like this one because it has like a really beautiful, beautiful like shimmer. And it gives just like an overall glow without making it look like it's too much. And I'm using kind of like a kabuki-esque brush here. And I'm just gonna brush it over my cheekbones, but just on the top here, just to highlight it and give the appearance of just like raised cheekbones again. It's all pretty subtle. And then we are going to move on to the blush. And this is the NARS Orgasm blush. And this one is so popular and like popular for like a good reason, because I feel like it gives you just like a really beautiful flushed color to your face. So I just do it on the apples here. And then again, I'm just gonna brush it up. I feel like these are just all very like subtle optical illusions. And then I'm just gonna get a little bit and then just fan it over my nose right here to bring in all the color. And it just gives you like a just as bitten look that I like. So we're just gonna go ahead and do that. And then with this highlighter, we're gonna go back in. I'm just gonna use my finger for this, but we're gonna use it at the tip of the nose. And this is literally just makes your nose pop off again. It's quite subtle. So you just do it at the tip of your nose. Okay, now I'm going to finally get into my brushes, my brows, so you guys don't have to keep looking at these brows. And I am using the Chanel brow palette in the shade medium. And it comes with like these little tiny brushes, so they're really, really easy to use. And I'm going to use the wax first, and then basically draw in my brush and then fill it in with the powder after. Okay, so this is gonna require some high concentration right now. Okay, so I usually don't touch my brow up here. I just fill it in at the end. So as you can see, I'm just redrawing the entire shape of my brow. Here we go. Okay, we got some brow coming. Okay. So you guys see, I'm gonna do this one and then we're just gonna go ahead and then fill it in with powder afterwards. But this has been such an unlock for my brows because I just haven't been loving my microbladed brows. And these are just a great way to give your brows new shape and also kind of give you like an instant eye lift situation. Are you guys feeling these brows? Okay, so basically I'm just gonna try to make it look as natural as possible by really connecting it in and then following the same thickness as my brow here. And I love this Chanel pomade because first of all, the color shows up really well and it's also really long wear because sometimes with eyebrows, I found that, you know, if we're sweaty or anything like that, or if our skin gets oily, our brows just tend to come off a little bit as the day ends. And then I'm gonna get just this powder and then fill it in. Okay. And let's be honest, like my brows honestly look different every single day because I draw it just like a little bit every single day, but okay, so there are my brows. Okay, my face feels my face feels complete again. And then I'm gonna use this Gimme Brow by Benefit. I really love all their brow products. They have like another brow product called Cabrow that's kind of like similar to the one I just used, just like a brow pomade. And then I like to just use this in the front of my brows just to make it like a little bit fuller and just kind of brush up my brows a little bit. Again, I feel like these are all quite subtle. And then next we are moving on to my eyes and we're using the Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadow palette here. And the colors are all like these browns and I really wanted to keep it really soft and like pretty neutral and warm for my wedding. So I feel like this eyebrow palette is, this eyeshadow palette is really good. So I'm gonna take a soft brush like this and then just kind of swipe it across my eyes. Basically what I do is like where it hits my brow bone, I'll just kind of draw it like that. So for me, since I have my eyelids kind of like, what is it? It folds in. So I basically make sure to leave that area open and then just color right above. And then I'm just gonna fan it out a little bit and then just carry it up again just to make everything look like it's nice and lifted. But this palette is really great if you just need like a brown, warm, neutral palette because the colors are pretty well pigmented. So I really didn't need that much, but the color stayed on and it was pretty much like one swipe. And then we're gonna get the darker color here and then just brush it up so we get little wings. Okay. And next is my eyeliner, which is one of my favorite parts of my makeup routine. And this Lancome one is amazing because first of all, as you can see, like this bends. So I feel like for any eyeliner newcomer, is there any way you want to do your eyeliner? It really helps because this goes in all directions. I just use mine straight, but this color is really highly pigmented and I love how it applies. And just this tip is just really easy to use. So I'm using this brown color. And since I have eyelash extensions, what I like to do is just brush my extensions forward so I don't get any product in my eyelashes. I mean, it will happen, but this just helps. Okay, here we go. This is the ultimate, I have to hold my breath when I do my eyeliner. Okay. Okay, kind of messed that up. Okay, so I basically like to just do the eyeliner at the ends of my eye here and then just flick it up. And then immediately what I'll do is get an eyelash brush and then brush it out just to get any product out. So it's really just nice and clean. Okay, let me just go in one more time. Okay, I think we did it, y'all. Okay, now we're gonna just do the other side. And usually I use black eyeliner, but for my wedding day, I use brown because I just feel like it's softer. It's just like a softer look. Okay, let's do the other eye. Let's see if they're equal. I think everyone is better at just one side of their face better, dependent on like whether you're right-handed or left-handed. So clearly my right eye is easier for me just because I'm right-handed. So now that we drew the wings, again, I'm just gonna brush it out and just get any product out. And then I just also like to do it in the inner corners of my eyes just to accentuate my eyes a little bit. And again, I'm just gonna use this Lancome brown liner. Okay, let me show you guys. Okay, just start right here. And literally, okay. So it's quite subtle, but I don't know if you guys see the difference. Basically, I just accentuate it out a little bit just to give my shape like a cat eye wing. And then we're gonna do it to the other side. Okay, now that we did that, I'm gonna use this Surratt Innerlight Baton. And I love this one because this really makes your eyes pop and like brings like a really beautiful highlight to your eyes. And this is really highly pigmented, so you really don't need a lot. It's like a white crayon. So I did it in the inner corners of my eye here. And that's what it looks like. Let me just do it to this side. Yes, but I just feel like it just brings like a really beautiful glow to your eyes. And now that we did my eyes, the last step is the lip. And the lip is really, really important because you are just, kissing all day, eating cake, I don't know, whatever it is. And we are going to start by using this Charlotte Tilbury lip liner. And I love using lip liner just to draw my lips, but also I overdraw my lips a little bit. I'm going to show you guys. I'll do one side first, so I show you. I basically overdraw my top lip like a tiny bit just to make my lips look a little more fuller. So that's the side that I overdraw, and this is what my natural lip looks like. And I really like this color because it's like a really soft, warm pink color. So I think it's really good for a wedding day. Usually I wear more like a mauve nude, but I think this is really good. It feels really feminine and beautiful to me. And now I'm just gonna do the other side. And then the other just like subtle things I do is I draw a line in the middle of my lips just to make it look a little more plump. Yeah, I get that question a lot of whether I use setting powder or not, but I actually don't use setting powder. So the YSL matte foundation that I use, it has a matte finish and it really stays on all day. So I actually can skip the setting powder, but again, I think it just depends on like what skincare type you have. Okay, and then I'm just going to make this a little bit darker right here. And these are just subtle illusions that I do for my lips. And then I'm using this Charlotte Tilbury Angel shade. And this is a really beautiful nude color. And we are done. So this is the really simple wedding look I did when I did my wedding at home. And I was my own little MUA for the day.
Ellen, that was amazing. Thank you so much. Honestly, I thought that I owned like everything at Bloomingdale's in the beauty department, and I'm now realizing I have so many. So thank you for that. Now that, why don't we like just talk a little bit? I'm sure, I mean, I'm very interested. I'm sure everyone at home is super interested. So tell us a little bit more. I mean, your wedding looked stunning, beautiful. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
How was it having your wedding at home? You know, was that what you were planning on doing? How did, just tell us everything.
Oh gosh, that initially was not what we were planning on doing because I think we replanned our wedding like 2 or 3 times, but you know, given everything that's happening in the world, we couldn't have our wedding. And also we just wanted everyone to be safe and have a good time. So we kind of X'd out the whole having a big wedding, and we ended up having a really, really intimate wedding in our home. It was just myself and like my husband and then his godparents and my family. And it was so beautiful. We put it together in a week. Because last minute when we were getting our marriage license, we found out that we can do a Zoom wedding. So we are so 2021, but we did a Zoom wedding at home and it was like imperfectly perfect.
I love it. Well, that's so intimate and special. And I mean, that's what a wedding really is about anyway, right? Like celebrating love and, you know, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Outside of your wedding, obviously we just saw your wedding look, but tell us more about your regular, like daily self-care, like knowing that we're all home all the time. What are your favorite products? What's sort of like your go-to routine?
Yeah. So self-care, I feel like I really, really began to take it seriously as of like 2020, 2021, because we were all home. And I think mental health was so important and self-care all like weaved into that. So I really set a really solid morning routine for myself. So I do like slow skincare in the morning, which is I basically take my time and really treat it as a ritual. And there's products like that I showed you today that I really love, like the Tata Harper face oil. I really love like the scents and treating the whole process as like a ritual. There's that. And then I started meditating and like exercising regularly. And one of my favorite things to do is just like end my day in like a really, really warm, beautiful bath.
That sounds amazing. That's like what I'm gonna do after this. But I think you're right. Like, I think a routine is really nice because it's sort of like makes it like you don't need to do your makeup. It's more like you're looking forward to like doing your self-care and like giving yourself that like little gift, which I think you all deserve. Do you have any favorite skincare ingredients lately?
Yeah. So I love vitamin C. I think vitamin C is like so amazing because it really helps to brighten your skin. It treats hyperpigmentation. It brightens your skin in general. And another favorite one is hyaluronic acid. I think that people, since it says acid in it, people think like it's going to make their skin sensitive and it's a harsh ingredient. But all it is just like it really hydrates your skin and really locks in your moisture. So I would say vitamin C and hyaluronic acid.
And then what products do you use using those ingredients? Like what are your go-to?
Ooh, let me see. Okay, so I really love this Kiehl's vitamin C product. And then for hyaluronic acid, I also love Dr. Barbara Sturm has like hyaluronic acid drops that I really love.
Yeah, those are amazing.
Yeah.
I use her vitamin C also. Her vitamin C.
Her products are so incredible.
They're so incredible. They're so
incredible.
What would you say, this is like a personal question I have for you, just because I think it's interesting. What would you say, like, how did you get into beauty? Like, how did you start to realize like, hey, this is something I love and something I want to kind of make a career out of?
Oh man, I feel like I started experimenting with makeup when I was probably in like middle school. Hence the story of my microbladed brows is in middle school, it was like trending to have like Sharpie brows. So I basically shaved off all my brows and all that grew back were like up to here and like the ends didn't grow back. But even things like my winged eyeliner, I was doing it since like middle school and high school. And like, I remember people thought it was so odd at the time, not really anymore, but like back then, I feel like people weren't wearing too much makeup then. So I feel like it started pretty early and it started off as just a hobby. And then once Instagram started, I started sharing and then sharing consistently. And it just turned into like a career. It's amazing.
I love it. That's amazing. Yeah. I mean, if you don't have an eyebrow story from middle school, like, did you even go to middle school? Like, I yeah. my eyebrows, the center of my eyebrows. And I remember my sisters were like, what is wrong with your face? Like, I don't have an eyebrow story.
Right? I'm all about just like experimenting because I'm like, you know what? It'll grow back.
Totally. Totally. That's the fun part about beauty.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight and walking us through your routine. It was amazing to see.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Everyone at home, you know, please make sure you're following Ellen, of course, you're following Bloomingdale's, and we would love for you to tune into all our future events, give us feedback, tell us what you loved, tell us what you didn't love, and we'll just like keep this party going. This was so much fun.
Yeah, thank you to everyone that joined today. And make sure just like shop all these products either at your Bloomingdale's counter or on bloomingdales.com. And that was my wedding look for you guys. Thank you so much for joining.
I wish we had champagne to like cheers for your wedding. I have a water. Cheers.
Water cheers.
Yeah. Thanks everyone at home. Thank you so much, Ellen.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you guys.
This was so fun.